Welcome to this series where we are playing England in an attempt to come to terms with waging major warfare. So far we've been able to fend off the French, and we've now reached a pretty important milestone. I'm just going to pause the game at the moment because I don't want any more of these messages. Everyone wants to keep wanting to marry into our royal family. Well, you can go away straight away. You're nobody. And the important milestone we've got now is we've got possible institutions here. And what we've now got is the ability to embrace professional armies like that. So it means we can now start doing professional army research. We've still got quite a long way to go with respect to banking and Renaissance. And it means we can now go, if we open up the research and take a look at the research tree, what we need to do now is, what research have I got left to do? Looks like we've got two more. What are they? Max history, merit trade advantage. We're actually doing that. That's nearly finished. I think we will remove that one from the research queue. We might as well finish that because it's well done. And what we need to do now is come down professional armies. And what I'm looking for is the barracks, because if we're really going to go head to head with the French, we need to be able to build up a professional army, because I think that's the only thing we're going to be able to do to get to it. Where is the barracks then? That's professional army. I'm sure there's a barracks in here somewhere. Renaissance building methods, crossbows, longbowmen, armory. It says unlock armory. I don't think that's what we want, is it? Armory. Yeah, I think we're going to head for the armory. In fact, I think I would like to go down. Got a cannon maker this way. Let me just make sure we got the right one, because this is going to be very important. We've got gunpowder, military tech, gunsmith, slave center. Not really interested in that. Cavalry, commissioned officers. Yeah, it must be this one. Can recruit here. Yes, okay. So that's the route we're going to go. And we get that there. Who do you want to marry? Do we want an alliance with Brabant? I'm kind of... No, I'm going to decline that offer, because part of the strategy I was thinking about... Might as well let the game run. I was thinking about, to try and get round and get an inroad into France, is to actually attack Brabant, take Brabant and Holland, consolidate this area here, so that we got a dropping off point to actually punch into France. But before we do that, we actually do need to be able to maybe just put a little bit more pressure on. The other thing I've noticed is that France is currently in the process of integrating Normandy, so they will have some land here which could be useful. So that's it here. Just to give you an update what we're doing economically at the moment in Kingston. We are looking at building up here. I think I'm building a marketplace here to improve our capabilities. But the other thing I'm thinking about, coming of age, so Thomas Lancaster's reached the age of 16. He's the heir to Lancaster. Okay. Well, we might end up integrating well, we will be integrating Lancaster later on, but that's not particularly high up my priorities at the moment. What I'm thinking is, I'm sure if we go to production goods, is it paper? And we look at paper, the price of paper here. At the moment, we've got no surplus of paper. That's going to have an impact on our scriptoriums. So what I want to do is get this built, and what we're going to do is make this area here, Kingston, our centre for paper production. Actually, maybe we can just have a look, see if what the paper says. See, the game keeps on saying that our most profitable place for paper is in there. But what I want to do is, why was Boston? Boston is up there. It keeps on telling us that it's there. But I don't understand why Kingston. Because Kingston is 1.26. I think we will build one in Kingston. Because I can't see why we can't, why this won't make us profit. We're currently ahead with all our basic resources. So that's good. Country action is a cooldown. Okay, unmarried children. Yeah, forget it. Possible rivals. We could have one more rival. Kingdom of Sicily. I don't really want to trigger anyone close by like Sweden or Norway. Out the way. Okay, we'll make Kingdom of Sicily a rival. What we got here, it says slipping standards. We use the naval fighting instruction allows to put fearsome blockades on enemy coasts. Blocking, slipping. Oh, God. Well, I don't really blockade anyway. I think we'll just go with that because I'm not planning on blocking. That reminds me, we've got a little bit of cash. What I want to do is build up my navy again. So we've now got max literacy burgers. So we got that. I just want to build up the navy again. We've got a fourth navy. Where's the... Oh, yeah. You're going to there. But what I would like to do is... We need some better ships as well. We've got the ability to build a ship in Chichester now. Actually, we'll build 4 more ships. Now, the reason I'm building the navy up is the fact that what I want to do is, if the French attack again, I'm not going to aggravate the French just at the moment until we've got a professional army, but if they attack again, because we are out of truce now. But if we build, what I want to do is, if they start to send armies at us, because I think they've got a professional army now. I'm pretty sure. Let me just see if we can. If we go to diplomatic actions, pause the game, hostile action. I think I looked at this. It says we are weaker on the land comparison, and I'm pretty sure it says they've got an allied army of 1,000 troops and the potential for 69,000 levies. So they've obviously got access to professional armies, and they've also started being able to recruit them. At the moment, it says I've got monthly change to manpower. Basically, we can't reinforce at the moment, which is a potential problem, but obviously the French can. So what we're going to be doing is using our navies to actually intercept should the French try and come across us, and therefore we'll get less war score. But the idea is if we could catch their professional army at sea with a powerful navy, because the French, you can see here, have got a very weak navy. In fact, if I go back to... I know there's probably a better way to do this, but where is it? If I go back to here, and we go here, and we go improve it. Cancel. I don't want to improve. With French. We're going to... I show you the naval comparison. You can see we've got 55 ships. The French have got access to 9 with 27 levies. So in theory, I'm following the British tradition, which is goes right back to was it Henry VIII, where the England always relied on its navies to keep attackers away. And of course, you had you also had periods of time when, like you had with what we call it, the Spanish Armada, Anyway, so we need to start thinking a little bit about making some money. Yeah, we've got paper makers C. So at the moment, let me see, let's just sort this out. Yeah, Kingston, kind of, I would like to build that up. Colchester, which is there. I mean, to be honest, I'd rather build up here. Well, actually is, I mean, we got more potential profit here. So, oh, we can't build another one. Okay, game. What I will do then is, what's the profit on a Spinners Guild then? I think it's probably because this is a city. Yeah. Actually, what we probably need to do is actually push up our markets a little bit as well, just to try and keep this going. We've got the out of Hebrides, which is, where on earth is that? This is a non-integrated province. What's our cabinet doing at the moment? Integrating the inner Hebrides. Okay. We need to integrate this into, so we can actually make some money. Just to show you the control and proximity. The proximity is getting really, really good. In fact, if we go to control, you can see, actually, is it control proximity? That's control. You can see that we've now got pretty good control over here. The other thing I've been doing is trying to fill in gaps with roads. So we got a little bit of a road here, gap here, go out to Cambridge. What we've got here is a potential gap there. We've got a gap here around Wickham and Aylesbury. But if I show you the actual proximity, proximity game. If we say come to here, what you will see is that all this is coming through by river. So Aylesbury and things like this. Oh, this one looks like might not be quite so good. So we've got Harrow here. So what we probably need to do is build a road into Aylesbury here. And then that will, not that I'm sure what's actually in Aylesbury. I think, well, I'm also pushing up the kind of price of wool and bits and pieces. We got lumber problem again. We can't build a second sawmill here. We push up the lumber. Go to another one, level of lumber there. In fact, let's just have a look at RGO's goods. Okay, we could probably go up a level with that, although we got a shortage of workers there. What we got here, iron is profitable, horses is profitable. Who's got that? Woking. Troubles were short on workers, so there's not much point building it. Okay, we've got a parliament now. We will build in London. Pause the game. So there's increased tars, expanding gathering industries. That's not really much good. 42%. Forest exploration, gathering industries. Market expansions. We gain a rush of merchants for 10 years. We could try and build these up, but ideally, okay, we'll go with that. That gives us 67%. Now, I think I want a law change, but I'm not exactly sure what I want to change, because I'm starting to move now towards, I say, education of the masses. Let's have a look here. Devout education, uneducated masses, religious teachings. We're on religious teachings at the moment. Not feeling it. for that. Precious regulated it. That mining law, burger controlled. Actually, I think we could move to burger controlled mining operations, because I want to start moving away from traditional economy, and that's it. So maybe that's what we want to do, is change the law to burger controlled. Yeah, we're going to move that there. The aristocracy are going to be a little bit annoyed with us, but it's time to start thinking about moving away from there. It says address nobility fortification complaints. Reduce opinion, address capital economy. Oh, I'd like to move towards a capital economy. Okay, we're going to move towards a capital economy. Conciliatory movement. Conciliatory. Look, there's not much of a gain though. What we got here? How much have we upset the lords? Yeah, the lords are a little bit annoyed with us. What we can do is, I mean, we are in Parliament, so we will get things back. But I don't. Probably there's not much I can do for them, so we're just gonna have to let them suffer for a little while. If we go back to the Parliament, can we? We don't want to upset the lords anymore. We don't want to upset them anymore. I think we can get away with that. And that would take us to that. Autonomy support. We're going to lose 2.5. Change so far towards decentralization. Don't really want to go towards decentralization. Conciliatory movement. Conciliatory. I don't really. I think what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to try and move away from that. I mean, the lords have got lots of stuff which they need, which they got way too much actually. So I think we're just going to leave that for the moment. Okay, we're in surplus there except for sand. And the other thing I want to do is build marketplaces. Oops, okay, we got age 16. She's now our ruler's daughter and caller. Okay, so we are getting quite a lot of wives. Lady House Worship du Ballier, third cousin. Wow. We could start doing some. I just really wish that the game gave us matrimonial. I think we'll send you up to there. We'll send you to this one. Make you our primary army, navy, sorry. I think that will work. Life in London, what can we do? We lose 80. Well, we're not going to get that pass, so you can shove trying to extort money from us. Being a target of an international organisation, the Isle of Isles. Yeah, we kind of want to. What's the? Okay, let me just see. Oriel Orkney. Okay, Glorious Dave is the pride of our nation. Okay, yes. So we're keeping the French out of the way at the moment. I think. What was I? Oh yeah, I was looking at this. Oriel. Where is Oriel? These guys are over here. Who are you then? Can I push this up? How close are we? 30%. I've just had an idea. Can we go and kind of, let me just see there. Munster. Ooh. I know this sounds really stupid, but character there is Catholic. German Sabit 40. I mean, we could basically just stomp on him. He's got his enemies of Munster. Desmond. This has got overtures of the Pale are enemies of that. So, okay, so they got rivals. I'm gonna do something a little bit crazy. Okay, let me just see, what is this? Lords. I think we'll get that to there. We're at 43%. Support for traditional ideas. It's all negative, that's the problem. We need another. Okay. Just going to see if we can get the final 10, because if we can get Casus Belli on Munster, we can start to get our influence over there. RGO's missing. Yep. Actually, that's Portsmouth. How much would it... What we're building here is stone. Okay, let me just see. We're... Schism in the Catholic Church. Struck the Catholic Church. This is not good. I think that's the row between the French and the Pope, isn't it? Good luck with that. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff that... Weymouth. I haven't built anything in Weymouth. What's down in Weymouth then? Wasn't even sure. Oh, it's marble down here. So obviously got the Western Schism. Declare receive a vote from the Western, show unity in faith towards spiritualism. What's our values towards spiritualism? We get for that pop conversion speeds, pop similar. What I want to do is move towards innovation, but that's not good. These guys will move back to the thing. It's just they're a little bit unhappy at the moment. We could bribe them to get back, but I don't think it's worth it. Okay, finally understand us. Hen support, yes. What are we actually working towards? Increased ties with our neighbours. 13 days. That gives us... We gain 5 diplomats. 2... That's if it fails. Wait. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we got... Wow, we've improved. That messed that up, didn't it? I should have paused the game instead of thing, but that's okay. We can bash the Irish up and conquer Ireland, and Pale may finally get... Maybe if we maybe my messing around with relations, manage subjects. Where's the Pale? Pale here. Maybe if we make them normal, they might get a bit more aggressive in the long term. Okay, we've got a bridge being built there. It's being built by the clergy. Okay, so that's going to improve our capabilities. We need to work on production. You got no... Okay, that's no good. Buildings. We need to find... Globe Theatre. Cannot build any... Okay, Papermakers Guild. I would certainly want to keep pushing up the Papermakers Guild in Kingston. The reason for that is that if we can drive down the price of paper, that makes our books a bit cheaper. Carpenters Guild. What's the prices? Carpenters Guild. Okay, these are the best places for Carpenters Guild. London. Profit in 3 years, 29. Jewelers Guild. I still feel that building up London with jewelers is probably more kind of efficient. The Tailors Guild is still... It's Oxford. Why is it saying Oxford is the most profitable place? What's so special about Oxford? That's interesting. Has Oxford got wool or something like that? What's the... You've got medicants. Oh, you've got wool. Oh, yeah. Okay. Right. We're going to build a Tailors Guild in Oxford. I think Oxford's now getting pretty good control in this area. Now they've got a bridge. So we got that there. The other thing I want to do is put in some... Got a market village there. How about along the coast here? What we got here? I'm going to drop in a market village there. Got pretty well on this side. You've got pretty high. What can we put into here? You produce legumes. Well, we've got a farming village here. This increases the local food capacity by 100%. Oh, that could be quite nice. We'll put a farming village in there. Have you got... Maybe we're... Knock out the legumes. I know legumes aren't worth that much. Chelmsford, you've got wheat. What have we got here? Royal Forest. I don't understand why these things are not actually... I think we're going to develop Chelmsford for food production. Can we get irrigation here as well? Sandpit Mason, Fruit or Sheep Farms, Windmill. Oh, what can we get here? Local. Oh, wow. Okay, we'll just queue that up as well. Put a windmill in there. Barking, you've got wheat, but what I'd like to do eventually is to make you into a settlement here. Because let me just see. Let me just check the province. Yeah, we got Colchester, Barking. Again, Colchester's got the potential profit. Wow, but we can't push you up any further. Max Literacy, Advanced Research. Okay, I thought I'd set up. Okay, game. I thought I'd set up the professional armies. I thought I'd set this up to come down to here. So we're going to go recruitment speed, drill army, get down to armories. I think we're go all the way to longbowmen. There's here 2% of valid pops will be raised as longbowmen. The following pops will be valid to be levied as longbow peasants. Okay, so if we go that way, and then the next path we're going to need to do is we need cannons, don't we? I'm pretty sure we need cannons to make guns and all that. Although that's a bit premature. Ooh, coastal forts. What's this? What is a coastal fort? Local marine presence 0.15. Hostile naval attrition. Disembark. Ooh, that would be very, very nice. Reinforcement speed. Build training. Unlocks plated. Okay, this is a special advance. Okay, I think maybe we'll just add that as well. I think that's probably enough to be going on with. So we've now got this area here. What mode are we in? Provinces, okay. Actually, let's have a look at marine presence. Maritime presence. We've got a little bit of resistance here. Can we get you to... Whoops. Okay, we got the Duchy of Brittany and the Earldom of Wessex. It's actually stuff, maybe it's time to think about... Trouble is, it takes such a long time to integrate these provinces here. We've got 65, we've got 800 ducats. How much would it cost me to... 407. Right, we're going to found Portsmouth. Portsmouth has got a natural port. We're going to build Portsmouth because that's going to be the home of our navy, I think. I know the general thinking in EU5 is that you actually build around the capital, which you can do, but my instinct is to kind of follow what we got, because if we've got a naval port here, kind of glaring at the French here, that will give us a thing. I mean, this is the reason why Portsmouth was one of the primary naval dockyards of the UK. The other one was up here, is in a place called Chatham, but we're not actually seeing that at the moment. And then, of course, the other one you had was down here in Plymouth. Where is it? Where's Plymouth gone? Exeter there. Ivermouth. It's down here somewhere. For some reason, I can't find Plymouth. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let me just see. Can we marry Lady Blanchett? Okay, let me just see if we can marry into the House of Lancaster. That could be useful. Right, families. Societal, not societal. People, characters. Royal family. Crown. Female. Right, we got Lady Elizabeth Plantagenet. She's 28. She's pretty good. We got Lady Margaret. She's a bit too old. Okay, no, she's not eligible. Who's actually, is it saying? Got Lady Margaret Plantagenet. Actually, Lady Blanche Plantagenet. Can't say it. Plantagenet, ruler's daughter, arranged marriage. Actually, we'll get her to marry Earl Thomas of Lancaster. That will give us a little bit of prestige. Different rank, culture review of the culture. Okay. That kind of half keeps it in the family, and what it will do is strengthen the things here. You're not developing your area very well, are you? I think what we can do is go and see what's going on up in here, whether these guys will need any assistance. So go away. Glamorgan. Okay. What have we got here? We're getting near peak capacities. Is there anything we can develop here that will... Oops, no. Production, potential profit. We've got no... I think what I will do is we'll add some tools into the Edinburgh market, because I haven't... Because, of course, this is a separate market. So if we can kind of help them out by reducing things down a bit. We've got a sergeantry in Aberdeen. Oh, wow. Are you actually... We gain maintenance curriculum. What's patriotic curriculum? Navy morale -5. But, I suppose we'll do patriotic duty. Now, as I say, we got 659. I'm just gonna. I think what I'm gonna do is, what we got here is our country got smallpox. Thank you, game. Let's have a look at the RGOs. Open RGO builder. Can we turn off move the market filter? Got Walden. Okay. Right, we're gonna do a bit of spamming. The trouble is we don't actually have any. Oh, Lowestoft actually has fiber, which can be used for paper, so we can do that one. Boston is salt. We can do that one. Mold. See, these have already got workers shortages, so there's no point doing that. Basingstoke has got wool as well, so we can use that to drive down the mark. Okay, what we got here? Eddington, Basingstoke, you've got a few workers to go in the right direction. So's wool. We got wool in Lynn as well. Right, London, we've got spare labourers for wheat, so we can do that. Rochester's got fruit. Now I'll be completely upfront. I've got no idea whether this is a valid strategy, but it seems to me to make sense that you build in places where there are potential labourers. Oxford's got medicants. Well, we can make a small profit for medicants. Huntington. I mean, Kingston's got legumes. We'll just grow those as well. They make a small profit. Lowestoft, Shoreham, Boston. What we got here? This is more wool. I think we don't really want to push saturate too much in wool. Okay, let's just zap that, and the game's kind of made another decision for me. Try again. Well, it's I don't think this is particularly that intelligent, is it? Well, I suppose it will, because it's just spamming into places where we've already got stuff. Okay, yeah. I mean, we spent 328 ducats, so the French are being very, very passive at the moment. Yeah, we're working on that. I want to. How good is Durham at the moment? Because I'd like to integrate Durham. Okay, 158. Okay. I think we can finish with this. Open country power. Start annexation. Yeah, we're going to annex Durham. It'll be finished by... Okay, we're going to annex Durham. The reason being, actually, can we start annexing Wessex? What's the 119? I don't think that's high enough. We'll just see. No. Okay, we don't cancel that. Well, we've got no diplomat at the moment. Okay. I think if we get a diplomat and we got down here, we got plenty of diplomacy at the moment. I think if we can, because the main reason I created this was to kind of reduce the number of Yeah, we've got the number of Cornish down to 24,000. And so we got the majority in here now. So I think if we let's cancel. Wait, when does this finish? 1361. Okay. Cancel. Okay. Yep. We've done what we wanted to do here. We need to come down here. Open diplomatic actions. So the doctrine of a particular judgment is probably a heretic. English Catholic nobles in Penrith, labourers in everybody in Penrith gets upset with us, but I think we'll just go with that. I think got no idea. We do need to try and sort out this area here, but I think from the point of view of taking on France, it's just actually just have a quick look at the control now. In here, see, we got this is not kind of there, but we have got some down here. We got this in, this is Plymouth here, and of course, let me actually just take a quick look at proximity. Not control, proximity, please. See, we're now getting, if we proximity down to here, so we could now extend proximity down into here. So we're going to improve opinion with that, get the opinion up, and then we will assimilate Wessex back into the country, and that will give us more capability. How do these guys like us as well? Let's open the country panel here. Now, this area is predominantly Scots, and they don't really like us that much, but I think enemy on the horizon, but Normandy was presented the claim of perfect. Yeah, okay. I'd like to have a crack at things. We're going to improve opinion with here, because what we'll do is start the assimilation of Scotland by doing this. So we kind of move up through here, and then what we can do then is we go to society culture. What we could do is once we start doing that, we could then start the process of making Scots an accepted thing, because at the moment it says here, see, we don't have enough Scots population in here at the moment to make them an accepted culture. So if we can integrate this, we can then start making everybody a little bit more happy. Child Plantagenets, you can let's try something different. We'll make you into a diplomat. Umpress Casus Ballet, France. Yeah, let's just have another quick look and see how strong we are in relation to France. Again, I know this is probably not the proper way to do it, but hostile action, declare war. We're slightly weaker than them. We're stronger than, well, yeah. So we've got levies, but they're still just building up that professional army, which is a real cause for concern. I think we will build a galley in there, and we can add that, make that into 23 ships, so we can keep that pressure on. Yeah, we got lots of RGOs, unprofitable buildings. We got a farming village in Prittlewell. Edinburgh fishing village in Eust. Okay, we got shortage of sturdy grains in the thing, and the only sturdy grains we've got is up here, I think. Is it in Is it fiction? Yeah. Just keep putting. I think that's the only sturdy grains we've actually got. So how are we doing? Sand. Okay, we've got lots of surpluses in here. Kingston's not doing it. Is it time to yeah, we're gonna oops, no, don't want that. We will build another paper mill in there because we want to make sure that we keep the inputs for the scriptoriums go there. How much excess have we got here? Well, we got a fairly one. Libraries. Let me just see. Buildings. See how we're doing with libraries. I thought London had a library. Lincoln, Coventry. Colchester doesn't have a library. Oh, we'll soon change that. Portsmouth, but don't want to build that. We've got to fix up Portsmouth. Salisbury. Okay, we'll build a library. Actually, let's go for it all. Just spam out the libraries all the way down, except for Portsmouth, because we've got to build up Portsmouth first. So what we've got here, it says Polychronicon, named English resident of monastery and Walesborough's chronicle dictator. That cause at the ready. The clergy is we gain 5. Okay. How well is the clergy? Oh, you're off the charts, aren't you? So they lose 15 state status. Wow. Yeah, but they're over 50%. And we lose 448, but I just spent all the money. Okay, it's towards traditionalist. Currently we are changing 0.36 towards innovation. Sorry, we're gonna have to spend the money. We do get the research process, so okay, so we've now that's actually given us army maintenance now. That's actually going to reduce our army down. Is there any way we can push? I want to push towards innovation. What do we need for innovation? We need national assemblies, enact the court of culture policy, administration of the clerical lands, government reform. Those are government reforms, so we can't actually. So that's not going to help us because clerical lands, mandatory bureaucratic. Can we mandatory bureaucratic education? Can we just have a look through and see if I can find anything that will move towards innovation while we're actually doing this? Clergy. I suppose the only other option is to actually revoke some of those privileges. Well, we've got 100% legitimacy, so we're not worried about that anyway, because so John Lancaster has reached the age of 16. He's our ruler's second cousin and courtier. Okay, so we've got somebody else there. Unhappy estates lords. Yeah, well, that's tough luck. See, we don't have the manpower at the moment, but we do have the naval power. Anyway, Portsmouth. We've now built Portsmouth. The first thing we got to do is come here, and we got to build a temple. Because we need the control here. Although the control's pretty good, but the temple will push up the control another level. And then we can build this up. We can put actually what I'm going to do is queue a. So I don't need to think about it. We'll queue up a wharf because we need that to kind of improve our coverage here. Got library. London, what can we put into London? I mean, London is still doesn't have much of a tax base, but at the same time, London in itself, well, we got another, we could build another fine cloth there as well. I haven't really looked at the markets yet. How are we doing on the London market? We've got sand, iron. Okay, so there's a case for iron which we can make. Market balance, wool, wheat and horses. I'm okay with the price falling because those feed into keeping our economy going. Iron, is there? We've got the 2 iron deposits here. How are we doing with iron? Supply and demand is equal. So we can push up the iron there. Okay. Yeah, we just keep pushing these up. Get the iron in. We don't have any food in this area, but that's understandable. How's lumber? Lumber's underwater again. So we'll push that up. Books, yep, scriptoriums. I think scriptoriums is one of these things which never ends. Okay, we can put a scriptorium in London. Maybe London is the good place for scriptoriums. Chichester, I mean, there's not a lot of profit in London, but that will do. But we got the efficiency here as well. Why have you got efficiency, estate satisfaction? Because it's a burger place, and we've also got lumber. Okay, maybe we'll push out one of those. Portsmouth, Lynn, Boston. Book maintenance. I mean, we've got maximum reduction. Okay, maybe we're for a scriptorium. Now we'll put one in Norwich and Colchester. Let's say, what have we got in Lynn that we can develop? What's Lynn building up? What's round Lynn? Sturdy greens, wool. Again, there's part of me says what's the profit margin on this? Because we got a proximity. Motion. Yeah, I think so. If we keep our fine cloth in this area, along with the various bits and pieces, because we have got, what's it up here, which I haven't looked at very well. Tax base is not very good, is it? Raw materials. We've got alum here. It says our integration of the Bishop of Durham has taken a fair bit of time, but now Durham is an English rural settlement which will reach full potential and make it. So we've now integrated Durham. What's the profit margin on here? The profit's not great, but I think alum is useful as a fill-in product for, I think it's fine cloth and stuff like that. Right, let's just have a look at Durham. Where was Durham? Here it is, Durham here. You've got maximum control. Oh, how much money have we got? We don't have that enough money. I think if we can build up Durham, what's actually around Durham that we can exploit? Wool again, coal, coal, lead. Let's just see, what's the... We got coal, we've got wool, we got there, we got Stockton, we got Hexham there. Okay, let me just see, proximity. So these are coming into there. We've got coal there. So if I was to build one at the moment, oops, coal there, okay. We gain 10 religious influence. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to, while we're waiting to save money up, I'm going to build a road from Durham into Hexham. Because we build a road into Hexham, that will open up coal. I know we don't need coal at the moment, but that would be quite useful in the long term. So let me just see. We've got this here. So we now have the control up the coast here. So all this area is opening up really nicely. We've got a hole here with fish. Put some fish into the market as well. We got literally loads of fish here. So we got a primarily agricultural area here. Clay, what's it? We got a surplus of clay, so we don't really. Although clay is a construction industry, isn't it? So just let the game run. How is the? Yeah, we're gonna have to work. Yeah, I think if we can, we've now got the. Let's just have a look at maritime presence. Yeah, I mean the maritime presence is pushing up here now. So if we can get up that way, this way. See, we're 100% that way. We're 59%. Wait, I'm coming here. Move down to here. Stand there. Block the channel. Keep these heathens away. See, we're 97% there. See, we've got 24. So we are pushing out this way. Let me just see. What is driving what we got over here? Just keep the game running. Itinerant court woods. We've got Abington. So if we click onto Abington and build a road to there into Chippenham, that would give us livestock, so we can create a direct road to Bristol here. That will improve the control here. We got fiber crops here. I think we'll grow those fiber crops there. I mean, we're making 68 ducats a month at the moment. I mean, Portsmouth is really good. About Southampton. Southampton is getting good. Maybe we can expand the wild game in Southampton. Glass, sand, lumber, tools, books. We're going to need. We've got a scriptorium on the way. Okay. It's lumber. Lumber's the kind of drag on us at the moment. What are you up to? Where are you going? Are you just out exploring? Maybe it's time to think about exploring. Okay, what we got here? Invite a foreign cleric. Whoops, pause. Foreign cleric help the clergy with high administration costs. With a high administrative means of diplomacy ability, low military will arrive in our country. Is there? We move towards spiritualism. Not really interested in that. I could command. Oh, we got a 7th Navy here. You go join the Navy. Okay, Aragon is got there. Crown of Aragon. Yeah, but who are you proposing to marry? Marriage from Aragon. We do not respond. Oh, it says a Crown Prince, Lady Plantagenet. That could be useful, actually. Let me just see. It's Lady Eleanor Plantagenet. Let me just look at who she actually is. Okay, oops. People. Characters. Lady Eleanor Plantagenet. And she's actually marrying a crown prince. She's 22. I mean, her stats aren't brilliant. Yeah, I think we will accept that offer. Because what that will do is we could actually see if we can get any alliances while we're here. See, no one would really want to give us an alliance or anything at the moment, simply because we are being what does Aragon, what does Aragon think of us? 200, right? Oh, we've already got an alliance with Aragon. Okay, that's good. That keeps that alliance strong. And of course, we're acting as a guarantor for them, which is probably keeping Castile in there at the moment. I'll be completely upfront. I was expecting the French to attack us. There's obviously something going on here. What on earth is going on here? What's going on here? Rivals, spies. Well, they don't look like anybody's at war. It's just like there's lots of activity in this area. Anyway, I've realised that I'm running out of time on this video, so this is where I'm going to leave it. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.